Yeah, you will see the water. If you rain the water, that's why you're not able to see the boiling from here. But we'll be going to this point.
You were hearing the song from a bit, don't
You hear the song. You go to the viewpoint over there. But because of all the rain, you know, there's a lot of steam. So you won't.
This is where the actual volcano is.
You inside of the actual volcano. It's a big volcano. The entire region of SOUFRIÈRE is the volcano. So whether you enter by land or sea, upon entering into the town of SOUFRIÈRE, you are already inside of it. It goes about half a mile inland, 7.5 miles, 12 kilometers square. This area here, that is the exposed part of it, like the weakest part. There are lots of cracks and fissures. So with the cracks, the fissures, the heat from the magma is able to come up, you know. The gases are able to come up. Water sources are able to flow in. That is why you have this activity right here. That's the weakest part. Okay, but it's a huge volcano. It's very accessible because it has collapsed into itself. It is no longer a mountain. It used to be, but because of tremendous heat and pressure that occurred during several eruptions, the walls could no longer stay standing because most of the materials have been emptied out. So there isn't anything to keep the walls up. So the walls caved in, creating a huge depression known as a caldera. That is the type of volcano, a caldera, similar to Yellowstone Park in the United States. Santorini in Greece, that's a caldera, a collapsed volcano. Rotorua in New Zealand, they are collapsed volcanoes. They are still volcanoes, but just a different type. Okay, very easy, very accessible. So all my life, I have been eating, breathing, sleeping in the volcano. And I blame the French. Okay?
I have a question. The question is yeah. This is our tour guide. Take up. Yeah. Take it out. Take it out and put it in.
Finish, swallow it quick, man. Yeah.
Just don't forget. You know she can forget.
You love Oreo.
Who had this?
No?
Who is this?
Oreo.
Come and pick it up.
They go right now.
Yo?
Go right now.
Now the wooden structure is a protective covering for the equipments inside.
You're
But those equipments those equipments are connected via satellites in Trinidad. That's where the main seismic research unit is, at the University of the West Indies in St. Augustine. So they are in charge of monitoring most of the volcanoes in the Caribbean. There are 19 volcanoes live volcanoes in the Caribbean, from the island of Saba down to Grenada. Okay? And the Trinidad and Tobago monitors about 14 or probably 17 of them. Yes. Okay? Any more questions before we head down?
Follow the leader. The rider going. Follow the leader. 2 by 2. The rider going. 2 by 2 characters, instructions. 2 by 2. Wait. Cynthia, what you have in this bag? What you have in the bag? Mouthful. I would like to know what you have. Mouthful. You got. Comes in. Follow him. Here goes the director. Mouthful, can't speak. I got a big bag. Can't speak. I will let the butter put a couple of parries to buy a carry back in. You might find parries in the way. Or I might go home tomorrow and get some parries for you. Maybe I get some. No, sorry, not parries. Sorry, Pastor, not parries, Julie. Oh, Julie.
Hey, can we get on this stairs on this? Little hot pool, little hot tub. Yo, in the subject? You get it subject? We get on here?
There are two water sources here. The one coming down is from the rainforest. It is surface water. It's cold water. As it enters into the pool, there are hot gases heating up the water. So usually it gets warm in the pool.
Water
Temperature
vapor.
usually about 30 Celsius.
That what it
Average
is?
temperature. But with all the rain, it's less than that. Okay? Now coming up into the bath right here. That's a different source of water. This water is coming up from underground. So it's a hot spring. So temperature of the water here, 45 Celsius. 115 Fahrenheit. Hotter than a jacuzzi. Jacuzzi is like 40. Okay? It also has a lot of iron, the brownish deposit. Okay, it's concentrated with iron oxide. As much as the body needs iron, not that much. This is too pure, too raw. Alright? But suitable for bathing. Good for arthritis.
So people do this?
No. Right now the bath is not in use. People bathe up there.
Up there.
If the water was nice and clean, people would bathe up there. But this bath was originally built by the French in the 1700s. And later on renovated in 1902 by a local businessman. His name was Charles Gabriel. There were several baths like this. Hurricanes and storms destroyed the others. This one has been renovated again. It's not in use right now. Alright? But there are plans eventually to organize it. Yes. So one day in the near future, we come back to Sulphur Springs Park. If you don't want to bathe in the exposed pools down there, you could come up here and have a more private
When you
experience.
give her, all your troubles are over.
Exactly. With a bit of faith, anything is possible.
Anybody that got a private snow, we can ask permission to go into a God after it's gone.
Well, with the arthritis and the rheumatism, it has to be like a treatment to it. One bath will not be good enough. Constantly bathing will help. You understand? Constantly bathing. Yeah. So we are heading up this way to get to the viewpoint, okay?
Single file,
Either way,
back and roll.
it's not busy right now, so can you go for the
Gratuity is accepted or comedy. I'm gonna count these steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 4, 6, 7, 8, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 34, 35, 36, 39, 40.
Take a breathe, take a breather.
just a few use.
Take a breather.
Is flat.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Oh yes.
No,
To turn back up this.
you don't have to come back now.
That was 40. 40. Now we're climbing the level. This level here.
Now you wait, I can say, another night.
Take your time, sis.
You better invite her to come and sing for us Sunday.
I don't have the singing voice I had before.
Oh, you still got it?
It's still there a little, but
Yeah, it's still here.
believe me, it was bad way before.
But this is good enough for you.
Okay. So, to some people, they like to refer to this area as the witch's cauldron. To others, the belly of the abyss. To some again, the entrance to hell. But to me, this is the heartbeat of St. Lucia.
What?
The heartbeat of St. Lucia is right here. That's it.
You got good lyrics, ma'am.
Temperature in there.
Madam,
Yes?
you got good lyrics. You must make a calypso. What's your name for the record?
But my name's Suzette.
I'll find you. You're going on YouTube.
Problem.
Suzette who?
Suzette Lucien.
Okay.
Welcome to Sulphur Springs Park. Welcome to St. Lucia by extension.
Gracias.
Little Island.
Muchas gracias. So,
You have to do any studies, college, okay?
Well, in high school, I did chemistry and geography in high school. And coming to work here, it has been a learning experience. So you learn as you go along.
So they give
Trials and errors, you know.
they give you training before.
Oh yes, lots of trainings, lots of courses. Yeah. But over time, you know, you make it your own, you know.
Right.
Are you
Yeah.
going to just go?
So far,
Who
yes.
wait, we going must just for somebody.
The one
Okay,
that's
wait.
responsible. The
We-
only person
we
is
going to
only you.
ask.
And
Wait,
no, get Ann first.
and here,
video.
Raya, walk on. Lock
And
you packet, you packet. Come,
Is this your rapper?
which rapper is it?
this ain't no thing.
Who else had one of these? Anyone?
Leave it. We're going to have to. That's what we're
It's
on.
been just this.
Yeah, we understand, but no.
Yeah, but who? You had one or two.
Watch me.
He had two.
You had two.
Wait,
You had
wait.
two.
He had two.
You only got one.
Take it off.
All the way up brings you to a museum.
And watch me. Look on. Go and put it up in there. Put it in there. And in the bin. Go and put it in the bin, fella. Go on.
And I got sanitizer. And I have sanitizer.
Okay, so the elevation here, everyone, 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
Yes, approximately 300 meters above sea level. So as you were climbing up this little incline, you felt all the pressure at the back of your legs. Okay? So there are several boiling pools in there. Most of the pools, 212, 100 Celsius, boiling water. And way at the back with all the steam, that's the main vent, like the principal vent. So there is tremendous energy and pressure releasing way back. The steam is escaping over 171 degrees Celsius, about 340 Fahrenheit. So you definitely cannot take a bath in this area unless if you have a death wish. Okay. But a bath is not recommended. You can bathe in this water, however, lower down. This mineral water flows down to the pools at the bottom. All right, so a bath is recommended, but at the bottom. The iron, the sulfur reacts together in the water. That is why it's black or gray. So this is not dirty water. A sample of this water was sent to France to be analyzed, and they found out that the water here, it has the same medicinal properties as the Dead Sea. So as long as you're not allergic to sulfur, a bath is highly recommended.
A lot of people going on water, boy.
A lot. It's very popular. It's very popular.
Got a lot today.
Now several Several decades ago, as I mentioned earlier on, you could have walked in there, but many persons got burnt. Many incidents occurred. The most severe was almost 40 years ago. There was a young gentleman touring 7 persons, and in doing so, he was demonstrating the stability of the area. To his surprise, the surface broke in with him up to his waist, and he obtained 2nd-degree burns from the steam waist down. Luckily, he did survive. His name is Gabriel. He's alive and well in the town of Sucre.
Okay.
Yes, Gabriel can walk. He's not paralyzed. And he created the only man-made hole. So this first big hole over there, yeah, that's Gabriel's hole. This is it. So it never existed before. He literally started the hole. He created it. It has expanded. It will keep on expanding over time. Okay, so from that incident, we do not allow persons to venture in.
I agree.
I'm okay right here, believe me.
I mean, too.
With all the burns
Uh-huh.
and having history, you see, being compensated for that.
Compensated. That I do not know. I really do not
You
know.
don't get a big check.
Because when that happened to him, he was freelancing. Freelance tour guide, the place wasn't official. So I don't know if he got compensated for that. And I do not know if he's getting anything right now. Okay, so
As a historian,
I understand. Well, that's our sentiment. You know, those in the lower, that's our sentiment, but we're down there, you know. Yes, sir.
so you are from the town of Soufrière?
Soufrière. I'm from the region of Soufrière, but I live in the town part of the region. The region includes the town and several small communities inland. So the entire region of Soufrière is the entire volcano. Just remember that. This is just the weakest part of it here, the exposed part. But it's a huge volcano. Okay, so you had a question?
What was the purpose of those two desks?
Oh, this is those are sensors to monitor the land movement and temperature. So if there is a rise in temperature, it will detect it. If there is a rise in temperature, that means magma is also rising. Okay?
So they were rock or something? They
Pardon?
were moved? Is that they
There
were
are
moved?
equipments to monitor. This is connected to the main station in Trinidad. So even as we are here, we're not seeing anything. It is monitoring.
Okay.
Okay?
All right,
And
so
that
that
is registered in
those
Trinidad.
scientists are going inside there,
Uh-huh.
they have to actually test the ground to see where they are.
Well, they walk in. They usually have some like a stick or something, but then from time to time they also get burning
Get burned, okay.
because this is just a thin crust of minerals. Most of the topsoil has eroded away over time. All the white that you see, it is calcium oxide. All the brown you see is iron oxide. The light greenish yellow sulfur. The darker green is an algae. So this is just a thin crust of minerals. Walking in there is like walking on eggshells. You know?
So around here, do they get any material to do any like matches or do they get any of this material?
Okay, you make matches out of sulfur. There is very little sulfur left right now. The sulfur is actually protected by law. However, in the 1700s, when the French were here, they did extract sulfur for gunpowder. Also during World War I by the British and the Americans, also for gunpowder. And our native, well, not native, but local people kept on taking the sulfur for their own personal use. So right now, whatever little sulfur that is here is protected by law. And the sulfur is the light greenish yellow. You can hardly see any sulfur. Okay, the only thing that we can use is you don't mind eating. The island is very young, so we don't have gold or diamonds. What we have is a bit of quartz, agate, crystals, obsidian, fool's gold, what is called iron pyrite. Okay? And even with those, there is not enough to extract to create an industry out of. So up till COVID, tourism has proven to be more long-term. Okay? The only mining that is really done on the island is sand mining. And there are several quarries, okay, on the island. And the sand is mostly used for construction on the island, yeah.
Now, when the volcano erupted in the 80s,
You said 1979, yeah?
79, and I went down to St. Vincent, I got a bottle of the ash, but the like flakes, like ash. So like here, you don't think that you all can bottle out something, whatever it is.
To sell?
Well, whether you sell it, we didn't buy it, it was given to us.
Oh.
So saying that now that we are here, and you give us
Well, the thing is, we don't take out anything from
yeah, I
her.
heard you say that.
Yes.
So I was just saying that you know,
Yes.
if you could choose one, but you say no, you ain't got no sulfur. You ain't got, so something else. When we are leaving now, and we got a little vial, and we could, I could go
The
home.
only thing you can live with are your footprints, your.
Right, yeah.
Sorry about that.
No,
Yes.
because I still got mine,
Yeah.
1979.
Yeah, because the volcano was erupting, so there was a lot, you know. Yeah. But we don't extract anything from her. Nothing is taken out from her. Yeah.
Excuse me, Miss Lucia. What year you said that this happened? This volcano
The
erupted?
formation of the collapsed volcano
Yes.
was within 32 to 39,000 years ago, but the last documented activity occurred in 1766.
Okay, thank
it
you.
was right here.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so the cycle is every 200 years, from what geologists and volcanologists have predicted. We are overdue, but at the moment, it's really not showing any signs of instability. It might not erupt in our lifetime. Huh?
Because we are overdue.
For eruption.
For an eruption. The cycle is every two.
So you
But
better,
it's not
you
showing
better be
any
careful.
signs.
You better be careful.
It's not showing signs. It
Yeah,
might
I
not
know,
erupt in our lifetime, but eventually one will happen. The volcano in Montserrat was actually 500 years overdue and it finally blew. Remember Montserrat? It was 500 years overdue and it finally blew. So it could take a long time. You know, just live life, you know.
Oh, yes.
Kalho naho. It means live. Yes, that's it. Live today as if it's your last. Tomorrow may never be. Kalho naho. Exactly. That's it. Tomorrow may never come. The name of the volcano, the French name is the word soufre signifies sulfur in the air. Yes, soufre. But our native people, the Caribs named the volcano Qualibu. And when interpreted, it means place of death. It's believed that they used to worship the volcano as their god, sacrifice persons, particularly here, you know, but in their defense, we don't know how true that is, but in their defense, areas like this must have appeared to be very sacred, very mystical. So it was only normal or natural for them to practice that, you know. The same was done by the Aztecs and the Mayans in South America. They came from South America.
I'm listening.
Right? I can assure you, on the island there are descendants of Caribs. We are very nice people. We don't do that.
I'm a Carib.
You are pure Carib.
Yeah.
You're ready?
Yeah. My father comes to Florida. Yeah, the master. Diamond Estate. I love Diamond Estate.
Diamond Estate, what the botanical garden is?
Yeah, part of that. So we have, but they were asking to sell it, and my cousin was planning, but my cousin got old now, so I don't know who would, you know.
Or planning to sell it to you?
No, well, the Duboulets have part of it. The Duboulets have part of it.
Yeah.
But most of it the Baslen. And they had gotten an offer, but my father refused to sign, and he died in 2015, and he refused to sign. He said over his dead body, he signed it.
If you want to leave it in the family.
You know.
All right. Any other questions?
You said our name La Soufrière?
La soufrière. Like air. It means sulfur in the air. SOUFRIERE. LA. Yeah, soup de l'air.
What year it was? What time?
The time. Well, we don't have the specific time, but the last time it erupted was in 1766, the last year. Understand the date? But we don't have the time. Understand? There's no time like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. We don't have that, okay? Yes, so it was almost 300 years ago. Before you were born.
Parents, they born, yeah. She.
Around that time, our great
Messenger.
if you are descendants of Carib or French, but more or less French, yeah, you're not English.
You are related to
In
me.
St.
So you are
Lucia,
Carib.
we have a lot of mixed ethnicity. I'm a combination of Carib, French, and African. That's my ethnicity. My great grandmother, her mother was a real Carib woman. She came from the Carib place in Dominica, the Carib village. But then she got married to a white French man. So my great grandmother was a white woman, but she was Caribbean French. She had blue eyes. But then she got married to an African man. You understand? So yeah.
So we are related, and my great grandmother was a white woman. You know, a white
So was ours. So was ours. So all of we came on the same shirt, on the same.
We are not like New York, New York.
great
Our grandmother.
grandmother.
Yeah, father was our grandfather. His wife was Elizabeth. Right. So not great. My grandmother was there.
White.
Any other questions before we head back? All right.
Yes, I have a question. Could you please take a picture of
Yes, I can do so. No problem.
That's nice.